Guys, Anime Gypsy here with another One Piece discussion video. This is one of those videos where it's basically a character analysis video. It's one of a series that I'm making of character analysis videos. And this time I am talking about Capone Gang Pez. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why, of all the characters in One Piece, are you discussing Capone Gang Pez? And the reason I am discussing Capone Gang Pez is because I think he has some potential in the future. And the reason I'm saying this is because there are hints. There are hints that this character is going to play a major role if there's a time skip. There are hints that this character will be very powerful when he grows up. And I'm here to discuss those hints. And the first and foremost, the biggest hint is his observation haki. And some of you guys might be saying, what are you saying, Anime Gypsy? I mean, this guy hasn't seen combat, not even a lick of it. And you're right, he hasn't, but there are hints that he knows instinctively how to use observation haki. And what I'm talking about here is Pound's death. In Pound's death, not only was Pez about a mile or two away from Pound, according to what we've seen, the ship's distance to Pound's death. He was able not only to detect Pound's death, but he was also able to instinctively know that Pound is his father. And him knowing about his heritage could be the result of either just an unusual factor when it comes to sensing, or he was able to hear everything. And if he was able to hear everything, this goes back to an aspect of observation haki that Sanji has when girls are in danger. He was able to hear a teardrop fall onto the ground. And if it's presence, then it's something similar to Aisa. But even she wouldn't be able to tell if someone is related to her simply by using observation haki. And speaking of Aisa, we have seen in the past that some characters are instinctively born with an obscene amount of observation haki, notably Aisa herself and Madame Shirley. And both those two characters, at a very young age, were able to detect and predict catastrophes. Shirley was able to predict catastrophes. Aisa was able to detect catastrophes and when voices disappear. Now this goes back to the presence aspect of observation haki, and when a voice disappears in the presence aspect of observation haki and that individual senses it at a young age or for the first time, it's a rather traumatic experience, and usually the user cries. Notable examples are Kobe and Aisa. When Aisa was a kid and people started dying at a distance and voices started to disappear, she started crying. Even in her later years as a kid, when we saw her in Skypiea, when Gonfal's voice disappeared and the priest's voice disappeared, she was borderline traumatized when that happened and when people's voices continuously disappeared. Now, I'm saying this because she doesn't really like the priests at all. She actually hates them, and she didn't like Gonfal at this point of time. But when their voices disappeared, she was borderline traumatized. So it makes perfect sense that the experience of voices disappearing creates a very painful emotional response. Now, I don't like discussing this. I mean, okay. So, yeah, back beforehand, what I was saying about crying, Capone Gangpei is crying at the voice disappearing of his granddad is, evidence that he's, Now, what I'm about to say ties to the possibility of a time skip and eugenics. Now, let's start with eugenics. Eugenics, an obscene amount of Big Mom's crew is composed of her family members, and her family members, to a very unusual proportion, are really strong. Statistically, that just, wow, it's not coincidence. Big Mom's eugenics are top notch. She is Aryan race level eugenics, just to put it lightly in eugenics terms. Uh, Obviously, I'm joking, but there is no denying that her bloodline is obscenely strong. You have katakuri, you have daifuku, you have oven, you have smoothie, you have cracker, you have a plethora of other people as well in her family that just know how to use observation hockey, armament hockey, and in some cases, conquerors hockey. So don't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. If he becomes extremely powerful later on, because he has that Big Mom bloodline and also Capone's bloodline. Now, finally, I also think that there's going to be another time skip in One Piece. And the reason I'm saying this is because I see Capone Gang Pez maybe playing a role in the future. Because Oda's specialty is being able to give you little things that you just dismiss, and then they become essential later on. Sanji's body turning to fire when he gets angry, stuff like that. And that little detail after Pound's death is no exception. Like, it's there for a reason. He's foreshadowing the future strength of Capone Gang Pez. Now, this is all I have to say about Capone Gang Pez. If you agree with me, please smash that like button. And I really appreciate comments, so please leave comments down below. And until next time, guys, this is Anime Gypsy, and I'm out. See you guys later. Bye.